Hey buddy, it's Cody here. Today I have a different style of video for you where I'm just going to be sitting in front of my PC and we're going to be going over some fishing myths and hacks and seeing, I'm going to be ranking them on like a scale to see how plausible they might be, whether they be, a viable option, whether they might be complete crap. And then, yeah, we're just going to go over them and there's a lot. So let's get started. Before you ask, yes, there's an anime playing behind me. Yes, it's a romance anime. Don't judge. Today we're going to be talking about 5 of the biggest fishing hacks and myths. One being WD-40 on lures, 2 being bananas on boats. Is it a curse or not? 3 being Mountain Dew on fish, 4 being corn for bait, and 5 being moon phases. Some of these might actually work, others might actually make you look like a complete idiot. Either way, we're going to talk about them. Fishing myths and hacks, busted or confirmed, episode 1. First up, WD-40. It's a very old rumor of spraying WD-40 on your lures, your baits, will make fish bite more. All right, I've heard this a lot growing up, and I've actually seen it put into application as well. Now, where does this myth come from? Where does this hack originate from? Well, back in the old days, some people said WD-40 had fish oil in it, and fish oil is a natural attractant. But WD-40 has never had fish oil in it. It says so on the website. I've checked and double checked. There's no fish oil in WD-40. It's just petroleum-based chemicals. The idea is that WD-40 acts like a scent attractant, and fish definitely use their sense of smell. But the downside is the stuff is literally a petroleum distillate, and in some states using WD-40 in the water is technically illegal because it's considered pollution. So it's actually not a good idea to use WD-40 on your lures, especially if your state DNR website tells you not to. You're polluting the water. And please stop. Please, that's not good. Jeez. So I'm going to call this one busted. I'm going to say don't do this one because of the polluting effects of WD-40. Like I said, it might act as a minor scent attractant, but you can buy products that are specifically designed for scent attractants. It's just use those instead of WD-40. You could smell like garlic, or you could smell like a mechanic's place the whole time you're fishing. I would rather go with the garlic route myself. So yeah, myth number 1, WD-40 on lures, busted. Don't do this, especially if your DNR website tells you not to. Don't catch a fine because of something you heard back when you were a kid or something you've read on the bass fishing forums. Moving on. Myth number 2, Mountain Dew saves bleeding fish. Yeah, I have never heard this one until researching this, so let's jump into it. So this one's got huge on social media. People say if a fish is bleeding, just pour Mountain Dew on where it's bleeding at, usually the gills, and it will stop the bleeding. It blew up on TikTok and on Facebook facing groups and stuff a few years ago, but actually biologists have tested this, and we're going to talk about it. The theory is that the carbonation helps clotting, but according to studies by North Dakota State University and others, pouring soda or any acidic liquid on fish gills actually damages them. Who would have guessed? Makes them thrash more and doesn't stop the internal bleeding at all. So yeah, I mean, it's an idea. I wonder who started this. Some dude just like, oh crap, this fish is bleeding. I got my Mountain Dew here. Let me just splash it on there and throw it back in the water. Who started this? And why has it blown up on social media? So yeah, when it comes down to it, do not pour Mountain Dew on fish, especially on their gills. It's acidic and it will harm them even more than they're already harmed. Actually, if you want to try to save the bleeding fish, the best practice is to get it back in the water as soon as possible. This helps with clotting. So water actually helps a bleeding fish, not a carbonated, dyed sugar product. Or you could do like a lot of people do, and if a fish is bleeding, there's no real saving it, honestly, and just bring it home with you and cook it up for dinner. So yeah, the Mountain Dew myth. It's dangerous and it's busted. So stop wasting your Mountain Dew. That crap is precious, especially to us West Virginians. That's like our state drink. All right, on to the next one. Myth number 3, bananas are bad luck on the boat. Now, I've heard this one a lot growing up as well. Yes, hello? Oh, bullcrap myths that were a superstition back in the 1700s? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So dumb. Cut that out. Cut that out. So yeah, this banana curse might be my actual favorite fishing superstition. So people say if you bring a banana on your boat, you won't catch any fish. And I've heard this since I was a kid. Old timers have said this a long time. Actually, this one comes from the 1700s, back when bananas spoiled so fast that sailors associated them with ship disasters. Actually, that's a pretty cool fact. Over time, it formed into some full-blown fishing taboo that you can't bring these things on the boat. You won't catch a single fish if you have one of these guys. This banana has seen better days. I'm going to be honest with you. It's about time to be turned into banana bread, which we all know that never happens. So, yeah, you'll get people that say, I fished with a banana on the boat once and I ain't never caught any fish. I didn't catch fish for a week after I brought that banana on the boat. That old myth, it's true. It's true. Well, when it comes down to it, it's still a myth. And it doesn't matter what you have on the boat. It's either you're going to catch fish that day or you're not going to catch fish that day. It all depends on what you're fishing, how you're fishing it, the water conditions, the weather. There's a lot of factors going into catching fish, and a banana is not one of them. So don't believe everything you hear from your old timers that say, don't bring a banana on the boat. This one is obviously busted. You could have whatever you want on your boat. It just comes down to your skill level as an angler and all the other factors that I mentioned a little bit earlier. So yeah, bananas on the boat. Are they bad luck? No, it's busted. Moving on to myth number 4. Myth number 4, corn is the best bait for trout and carp. Yeah, corn. Sweet corn, to be exact. All right, this classic corn as bait, some anglers swear by it for stocked trout and for carp, and others say it's a waste of time. So, what is the verdict on this one? So, the truth, corn actually works, and it works very well. Stocked trout are raised on pellet food that kind of resembles corn, and carp will pretty much eat anything that is, on the bottom, and it smells really nice, and it's not a meat product because carp are vegetarians. So yeah, they'll eat a vegetable, which corn is. And you know what? I've made carp baits out of corn, oats, breadcrumbs, red Jello. You know, that old classic. Actually, if you go back on my channel, all the videos of me catching carp, I'm using corn. And corn I have used for trout as well. But you have to be careful because some places don't allow you to fish corn for some reason. I don't know why that is. That's weird, isn't it? Maybe it gives you an unfair advantage because corn is so good. Myth confirmed. This is the first one. Myth number 4, corn is the best bait for trout and carp. Confirmed. It is a great bait for stocked trout and carp. Moving on to myth number 5. Myth number 5, moon phase and pressure control the bite. Some anglers swear that the fishing is better the night before a storm or on a full moon. Science actually does back this one up. Fish are affected by light cycles and pressure changes. Full moons mean more night feeding because of the light, So daytime bites can tend to be a little bit slower, and a falling barometer can lead fish to feed before a storm. So yeah, this one's plausible. I'm not going to say it's confirmed or denied. I'm going to say this one's plausible. You know, it's pretty scientific, but I wouldn't cancel a whole fishing trip just over, you know, the full moon was last night, or that there's a storm that recently passed or something like that. I wouldn't cancel a fishing trip because you can always catch fish no matter the situations. It's just you have to adapt and overcome the situations that you're given. So yeah, plausible. But knowing this information could give you an edge, and maybe you need to start scheduling your fishing trips around said moon phases or something like that. You know, be one of them people. You all know the ones I'm talking about. The ones with the healing rocks and stuff. Yeah. So there you go. WD-40 busted. Mountain Dew dangerous and busted. Bananas a total myth. Corn works great, and moon phases, well, they're pretty solid, but again, I wouldn't just up and, you know, not go fishing that day. What myths or hacks should I talk about next? Leave them in the comments so that I might get to them later and we could do more videos like this. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to, hit the subscribe and the bell icon. It really helps push our videos out to a wider audience. As always, I'm Cody. Be safe out there. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.